Hey Connor.
What?
Sure on that game a lot.
So?
Well, I wish you'd get out and get more active.
How do I start?
Well, stick around because Education Today starts now!
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Jennifer Pahowitz of Katanning High School in the Armstrong School District. Over the last few years, we have highlighted a truly fantastic program that has been an integral part of the school district's core curriculum. Through the relentless and hard work of some ASC's finest and help from community businesses, Armstrong School Districts have evolved into a physically fit group of students. Perhaps the biggest reason for the stems from a strong vision of healthy living and physical fitness as seen by ASD's own Devin Lorgan, ASD's Health and Physical Fitness Coordinator. She has also been aided by the work of Healthy Armstrong, which stands for Healthy Eating and Active Lifestyles, together helping youth. With us tonight, we have Mrs. Devin Lorgan. Welcome to Education Today. Would you please introduce yourself and your role with Healthy Armstrong?
Sure. My name is Devin Lorgan, and I'm the Health and Wellness Coordinator with the Armstrong School District.
And what is the basic mission and purpose of Healthy Armstrong, and why is it a crucial organization for the time in which we live?
The basic mission for Healthy Armstrong is to work with kids to reduce screen time and to get families and youth more active.
Could you speak about where Healthy Armstrong got its start and where it's going now?
Yes, in 2004, in 2004, the Armstrong School District was required to get BMIs from all of the students and send the records home to the parents. So that's when the pediatricians saw that there was a large amount, a big percentage of students that were obese and overweight. So a coalition came together in 2005 with some major stakeholders, the Armstrong School District being one of them in the county. And that's when Healthy Armstrong started, that we needed to focus on the kids and their activity.
Of course, we want to highlight some of the things the school are doing. What is going on in the schools with regard to wellness?
There's a lot of stuff going on in the secondary schools. Through the PEP grant, we've acquired things such as mountain bikes and rock climbing walls, dance systems, a lot of things that keep the kids active in a more fun manner, lifelong living kind of things. In the elementary schools, we do a lot of things after school with the families and the kids. We have after school wellness programs that are at each of the schools. We have running clubs. We do a lot of wellness programs such as pep nights and things to bring the families and the kids together to get people more active.
Could we talk about some of the events that are held throughout the year?
Sure. We have the Bike and Hike, which is held in August. We had this August, we had about 100 people that used the trail, walking and biking together as families. Usually we give t-shirts and little backpacks and things like that to get people to come on the trail, just to introduce and kind of get them aware that we have a trail and how beautiful it is. We also have the Healthy Lifestyle Extravaganza, which is our kickoff to wellness in the district. And the extravaganza this year took place at West Hills Primary School. We have people from the YMCA that come up and hold different exercise stations, and some of our physical education teachers hold different exercise stations, and they get to kind of move through all of the different stations and get to try out new things. We also have a pep night. We did a secondary pep night 2 years ago. The past last year and this year we're having an elementary pep night, and it went really well last year. It was held at Lenape Elementary School. This year it's going to be held at West Hills Primary School, and that's when we show off all of the new things that we receive through the PEP grant, activity watches and our fitness equipment and different games and activities that the teachers have learned that we do with our students.
Mm-hmm. In addition, a few years ago, Armstrong School District was one of the 3 districts that received a unique grant to implement some innovative ideas into our classrooms. Since its inception, how has the grant evolved or grown?
Okay, well, we actually have 2 grants going on. I'm not quite sure which one you're referring to, but 3 years ago, we did get the secondary PEP grant, which just ended in October. And then this is our 3rd year of our elementary PEP grant. So we've had a lot of things that have come from these grants. The secondary PEP grant we've talked about in years past on this show, but just to give you a little overview, we have rock climbing walls, mountain bikes, a lot of project adventure equipment, which gives kind of a twist on physical education activities and things that they can do. And the mountain bikes, I don't remember if I said that. And the students from the secondary schools also got to use the YMCA for free and do some different activities there. So that kind of is the secondary grant. The elementary grant, we have received fitness equipment. All of the elementary schools have indoor fitness centers, which have treadmills and ellipticals and bikes, kind of down to size for the size of our kids. So some of them aren't large pieces of equipment, some of them are smaller for smaller kids. We also have received a lot of different equipment and training from the teachers so that instead of playing regular basketball games, we focus more on using a basketball but playing different activities so that whether you're a great athlete or not, you're going to have fun using the different pieces of equipment. So we've received a lot of things. This year we're focusing more on story walk trails and trying to think project adventure equipment, just the same as the secondary PEP grant received. So we have just a lot of equipment, a lot of fun things. We've received activity watches, which are really neat. I wear one every day. I have about 15 kids that wear them every day in the Armstrong, or in my school alone, and it measures the amount of activity that you do. It has a capsule on it, and once you fill up your capsule, it tells you, well done, you've received or you've completed your 60 minutes of activity a day. And the fun thing for the littler kids is it has a person on it. And when you're walking, the person on your watch is also walking. When you're sitting, it's sitting, which mine is doing right now. And if you sit too long, it goes to sleep. And it tells you that it's time to get up and move. So it's really neat, just a lot of really neat and fun things.
What has already been accomplished and what is still in progress with this grant?
Most of the stuff has already been accomplished. I guess I kind of failed to mention we made wellness wagons in each of the schools also, which was kind of an outreach to parents. It's kind of like a learning library where the parents or kids can check out materials and take them home. And there are things such as wellness books, cookbooks, exercise activities and DVDs and tapes that they could use at home with their kids. Just a way to reach the parents at home, and they can check these items back and use them for a day, a week, a couple weeks, and then bring them back for other people to use also. And these are in progress. We started these wellness wagons at the end of last school year. We kind of put them out there to the parents at the beginning of this school year, and we're going to be building on them, adding more materials to them as the year goes along. And we haven't yet started, but I began to think about our activity trails and fitness trails that each of the schools are going to have. They're going to be portable trails that will be on each of the elementary schools' land in each of their schools and outdoors. And they're going to be a book on one side of the trail, and then on the other side there will be an activity. And then they'll walk a little bit, and then they'll read another page of the storybook and then do another activity. So it kind of incorporates literacy along with activity to get our kids. The name of our grant is called FIT, which is Fitness Integrated Teaching. And our object is to get our students from the classroom to be able to get some activity during their day, not just during physical education.
Okay, thanks very much. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. When we return, we will talk about new initiatives that have been implemented over the last 12 months. You won't want to miss it.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're talking about Healthy Armstrong and health and physical fitness related grants with Devin Lorgan. I understand that there are a variety of different ways that you can be contacted to find out everything that you need to know. What are all the ways that you can be contacted?
Yeah, one of the best ways to contact and see about Healthy Armstrong and our different initiatives is we have a website, which is healthyarmstrong.com, and it has all sorts of great information on it. It also has my email address. Kay Owen is the project director of Healthy Armstrong. It has her telephone number and email address and the address of the building that she works out of. So there's a lot of ways to contact us, and again, that website has so many great things on it, including if you're just looking for a recipe to cook or a side dish, it has healthy recipes on it also.
For a truly healthy community, behavioral and lifestyle changes are required. What are some of the challenges that people come up against when trying to make lifestyle changes better?
Yeah, I think one of the most difficult things is, the time. I think people are so busy and they're running from one place to another that they kind of lose track of being able to eat healthy and exercise. So I definitely think that's a barrier. Somehow we have to try to fit it into the day, whether it be if you're making your run to Walmart or to Shop and Save or some local store and you park a little further away so you have to walk a little further to go in. Or if you take the stairs instead of an elevator if you're in a building of some sort. It definitely, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day is obviously the recommended, but as long as you can get out there and get active, being with your family is probably one of the best ways, because when you're active with other people, you tend to do it more often and you have more fun while doing it. So I think, but that's definitely one of the barriers.
What can they do to succeed against these challenges?
I think, find the time, which I know sounds better than, it's hard. It's very difficult to find the time to be active. But if you involve your children in different activities, I know we have over 100 kids that are in the soccer program at the YMCA in the fall, which just goes to show that parents are finding the time to get their kids active. So, when your kids are active and when the parents are active, the kids are more active. It kind of coincides and goes together. So I think that's one way that we can do it. Take advantage of all the different programs that Healthy Armstrong has. They do a lot of things in the Armstrong Trail. You can check our website. They post everything that's happening in the community that can get your families more active. And most of the events are free. So, and a lot of times at these events, they'll have healthy snacks and healthy eating tips and maybe even a healthy cooking demo. So definitely look into these events, because sometimes money is a barrier too, because it's expensive to get your kids involved in activities. It's expensive to eat healthy food sometimes because they tend to be a little more costly than what it is to eat unhealthy. So time and money, but I think there are little ways that we can improve and make it work.
Childhood obesity is something that we've addressed in the past, and the state has pushed for strong regulations on many things. Can you speak to this?
Yeah, one of the strongest regulations, and I'm sure all of you kids here can speak to it too, are the lunch changes that they've had to do. I know Luann Fee, who's a head of our food service in the Armstrong School District, is required to do so many, like she has to count the calories and the fat, and you have to get so much of this and so much of that. It's crazy the number of things, but it's also necessary, I think, for the way that the kids have become and just the way that our lifestyles are right now. So we do supply that healthy meal at school, and it certainly comes from above because the state requires many changes. Luann Fee had done changes way before a lot of things were required, but I know that she keeps up on things, and we are required to have a lot of changes with that. I also know that a lot of the changes they're pushing for everybody to get 60 minutes of activity during the day. And I know in high school, you could have, a 30 to 40 minute gym class every day for a semester, or maybe you have it every other day for all year, but you're not getting that 60 minutes of activity during school time. So in the elementary schools, we're really trying to find ways to get the kids active, which is one of the purposes for our PEP grant, is to, fit fitness into the regular teacher schedule also. And we have morning exercises every day at all of the buildings, where that's how we start our day. For the first 3 minutes before or after announcements, all the kids get up in their rooms and I know at my building I lead them over the announcements, and all the kids get up and they get that 3 minutes right away. We do a walking charm initiative once a month where the whole school will do a walk. We did ours yesterday. It was a pumpkin run, and all the kids got necklaces with pumpkin charms on them. So just for participating, they were excited, they were smiling. So I think that's, you know, that's the most important thing, is that we're putting smiles on the kids' faces while they're doing activity, just to make them love it so they'll do it forever.
Is there evidence that we are getting healthier since these initiatives began?
Yeah, there is. We do a lot of data collection, especially with the PEP grant. I'm hoping to continue these data collections even though the PEP grant, the secondary PEP grant's over and the elementary, we're in our last year. But the data that we collect tells us if kids are eating more fruits and vegetables, if they're getting more activity throughout the day. And we were finding that, yes, since the beginning of the secondary PEP grant to the end, the kids were eating more healthy foods. They were making better selections. They were more, they knew more. So their knowledge base for nutrition and exercise was higher than what it was in the past. So we are. And I know we do a slow, whoa, go thing in the cafeteria, where we see how many kids take slow foods, whoa foods, go foods, and we're finding that kids are taking more go foods. So we have the data to show it. We have graphs. You can always check out our website, healthyarmstrong.com. I was on there today to make sure they were still up there, but you can look, and all of the graphs are there to show you the progress that we've made within the district.
Devin, do you have any ideas on why physical activity seems to be harder to come by for today's children and families?
Yeah, I think, you know, one of our initiatives for Healthy Armstrong is to reduce screen time, because with all the technology, kids are really into it. They're into their phones, they're into iPods, iPads, gaming systems. So, you know, putting physical activity, these kids are coming home from school and they're sitting and they're using their fingers, which is, you know, their fingers are in really good shape. But as for the rest of them, they're really not getting their heart pumping. So I think that we need to reduce that screen time. I know the YMCA has something coming up called Armstrong Unplugged. And it is for the families to go to the YMCA and have 3 hours where nobody's using technology. Because technology is a great thing. There's a lot of fun ways, and you know, you have to keep up on it because it is the way of life, but it also can't take away from the activity and things that kids used to do, like play outside and stuff like that. So I really think that technology is one of our major barriers, but I think that a lot of things like the Wii gaming system, they're trying to incorporate physical activity into the gaming system, and I think a lot of kids use those. And also the apps for telephones. I know that there are a lot of apps for, like a pedometer app and different workout apps that you can get for your iPads and iPhones. So I think that we're working physical activity into what the kids are more into these days, which I think will help.
What are some solutions for families who want to be more physically active but find it difficult?
I think really, you know, just they need to take advantage of some of the things that go on locally in the county, because there are so many things. There's probably at least one activity or one thing that a family can do together every weekend. There are so many things, and like I said before, a lot of the things are cost-free, so it's easy for people to be able to do that. But you know, parking further away from where you're going, taking steps instead of elevators, all of those types of things are going to help you be more physically fit without even changing what you are actually doing that day.
Last year we mentioned the new partnership with the YMCA. Could you explain how this works and how it benefits our students and our community?
Yeah, the partnership actually just ended, which is kind of sad for the secondary schools. It ended at the end of September, and that was our free fitness for our kids, which was really, really going well for, we had a lot of participants from Katanning High School and Katanning Junior High who would walk there after school, take advantage. They could get free fitness until, I think it was 4:30 every day of the week except for weekends. So, you know, we've been looking into grants to try to continue this initiative. We still partner with the YMCA for a lot of different events and activities. The YMCA helps us out. I know that Healthy Armstrong volunteers a lot in their events. So we still have a great partnership going on, but the free fitness for the secondary schools that we had talked about in previous shows has just ended. But like I said, we're still trying to obtain grants to continue this initiative.
I think there are many who ask two big questions about a healthier lifestyle that involve two main parts of society. Those relate to healthier options at fast food restaurants and video games such as the Wii and Kinect for Xbox. First, is the fast food options really a healthier option for meals?
You know, I'm not a nutrition expert, but from my opinion, yes, there are healthier food choices at these fast food restaurants. And just last year, I don't exactly remember the time, but they were required to post like calories that are in their items. I know on the McDonald's drive-through menu, you know, you have how many calories, and on their bags and stuff, how many calories are actually found in these foods. And I think it does make people think twice before they order from the menus as to how many calories, you know, if you're looking at a cheeseburger or chicken nuggets, which one is the healthier option, especially when you're ordering for your kids. So I think that there are healthy options at these fast food restaurants, which is good because a lot of people use them. They're easy, they're fast, and with the quick lifestyles and busy lifestyles that our families have, they are maybe the only option some nights for parents. So you just really need to take a look at those calories that are found in the foods, and you can read up on like what you have to do to burn the calories of what you just ate. But I do think that it certainly is helpful that the calories are posted and the nutrition changes for the fast food restaurants. Okay, and with the Wii's and the Xbox Kinects, I think they're a great way for families to incorporate activity into their gaming systems so that even though they're still getting some screen time, that they're still able to get some activity while doing it. And I always like to tell the parents and kids, I know that there's shows that they enjoy watching on TV, and maybe they do that as a family. I teach my kids at West Hills Primary about commercial breaks, and it's commercial activity breaks. So while the commercials are playing, you can still be interested in the commercials and the ads, but while you are watching, maybe you could be doing some stationary activities, not stationary, moving activities, but sit-ups, maybe some jumping jacks, hopping up and down, and change them up, and the whole family could get up and do it together. It kind of makes it a little more exciting.
Okay, the second is the newer game systems of good alternative when it comes to exercising.
Yeah, I think I've kind of touched on that in some of the previous questions. I do. I think that it's definitely an alternative and one that we just have to make work because they're part of our kids' lifestyles. So we have to, you know, if they will do that instead of running a mile outside with their dog, you know, it's whatever we can get out of the kids. So
we are going to take a short one more break, and we will be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
And we are back with Education Today. We have been speaking with Mrs. Devin Lorgan, ASD's Health and Wellness Coordinator, about grants that have helped make our district students more physically fit and live a healthier lifestyle. But now we want to change courses here for a little bit and highlight a truly fantastic award that was presented to Mrs. Lorgan this past year. How long have you now been working both as a teacher and then the district's wellness coordinator?
As a teacher, this is my 12th year. So I started as a health teacher at Lenape Elementary School, and then I've been at West Hills Primary School for 9 years. So I've been around for a while now. As the health and wellness coordinator, that didn't come about until about 2007, I think. I'm going to have to say this is probably my 4th year as the health and wellness coordinator in the district.
Okay. How long have you been involved in the process of these grants?
Well, the secondary PEP grant started about It just ended this year. So about 4 years ago, we wrote for the secondary PEP grant, and then the next year we put in for the elementary PEP grant. So about 4 years we've been involved in these grant activities.
What has this entire process been like?
It's been really exciting. It was a lot of work. We've had a lot of ups and downs where things didn't work quite how we had anticipated. You write things to put them in the grant, and then you find that maybe the space was going to be a barrier at some of the schools, which we've had happen. But overall, the process has been great. We've gotten so many things. I think the relationships between the secondary physical education staff as well as the elementary PE staff, we've gotten so much closer. We've worked together. We've gotten to go to trainings. So it's been a really great experience.
I just wanted to give some background in what you've been doing to lead up to the award you recently received. Could you tell us about that award and who presented it?
Yes, it was the Golden Apple Award, and it was presented by the, I'm trying to think, the Commerce. I can't even remember what the actual name of the community project was, but it was really amazing and very nice of them. It was a great award. I didn't realize I was getting the award, and it was just a great honor that people think that what I do is worthy of such a thing.
Do you know how one becomes nominated for this award, and did you have any idea that you were being nominated?
Yeah, as I said, I had no idea I was being nominated, but I do believe that people from the community have to, it has to be people from the community, then like maybe a district person. I don't really know. I just know that it's a process of several individuals that come together to feel that you are worthy of the award, and then they have to write why, what you do in the community. So, yeah.
Obviously, this is an excellent achievement. What were your thoughts when you were made aware that you were named as a recipient?
I was kind of like, wow. I've known and heard of names of people that have received this award in the past, and I guess I never really had put myself up there and thinking that I was doing anything that would have been worthy of receiving an award. So it really was a big surprise and a great honor.
I think anyone who's been watching can easily understand why you were nominated for such a prestigious award. But let's talk about some of the changes that you've brought into the district.
Yeah, I think a lot of the changes kind of revolve around all of the equipment and things that the schools have gotten to make a better physical education program and to get the kids more physically fit. Those seem to be, all around my major goals are just, I care a lot about the kids, and the fact that kids are overweight and obese, it makes me sad. I think that there's easy ways to make the kids have a healthier lifestyle. So my goal is just to work with all of the health and phys ed teachers in the district to make sure that we can, help these kids and make them understand that healthy eating and, an active lifestyle is going to help them for a brighter future.
Is there anything else you would like to add for the benefit of our viewers?
Just take a look at our website and get involved and, move with your family and get out there and get physically fit. Use the outdoors, even when it gets cold, which the future months are going to be. You need to find a way to get physically fit and find healthier foods.
Well, that's our show for today. Over the last several years, we've continued to bring in Mrs. Lorgan to give us updates on the unique programs that she has helped implement, and I think it's very obvious why she was not only nominated for the Golden Apple Award, but why she also was awarded that honor. I'd like to thank her for once again taking time out of her busy schedule to talk to us about the district's fitness grants and her Golden Apple Award. Our thanks go to the TV production students of Katanning High School, led by the teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for updates and information about the district, and have a great week.